We have rush chat, so why not use it? Everything I say is based on my own opinions and experience. I'm not speaking for the public, and my feedback should be treated as such. You are watching Nico Evaluates. With 25 years of experience on Mega Man games, 7 years of doing the No Miss Buster Only challenge, and countless Snupster Races, as well as being the QA tester for Mega Man Unlimited, I'm here to tell you my honest opinion on different Mega Man games, so sit tight and learn. Hello people and welcome back to Nico Evaluates Mega Man Unlimited. Now where were we? Probably heading to Wily, that's correct. That's a cool Wily Castle. In fact, it's one of my favorite designs. Good drawing. Nice, my favorite music from the entire game. I enjoy this one. Beginning reminds me of Mega Man 2's Wily 1 with the jets. Again, proving the point of the skateboard guys being a bit relentless. But it's nothing to cry over about. You just, again, have to keep shooting because you don't know what's coming. It's a scary thought. Not the best design there is, but doesn't break my mind. That's a bit of a dick move. Have the blue fence come up and then hide that one blue mine there. You can barely see it. But yeah, that's a point of the mine, right? It's a mine, you're not supposed to see it, but it doesn't work well in a game like this, where it is very important to see everything you're doing. It's a bit, you wanna go slow here, and it's what the stage is trying to drive forward, but it's not doing a very good job of making that happen via enemy placement and the overall flow, so it just ends up being a bit of a havoc, if you ask me. But it's not bad, I do like this stage. The first part of the stage is not the best, but it's not the worst thing I've seen. Also, at first I thought this Tesla coil or whatever the hell is damaging you, but it's not, it's in the background. So that can be a bit misunderstood, so to speak. But it's a cool background. And here's your first puzzle. Your best bet would be glue shot here. That is how I do it. Oh motherfucker, you can only fire 2 of them at once, so that can create problems. I would at least allow you to fire 3 of them. Can you freeze this guy with that? So we can, that's good. Jet becomes your friend here, unless you misposition it. There we go. I like parts like this. Oh, that music's so fucking good. Don't take it away from me, Phil. Love these positions as well. We get to use our weapons in these stages as well. W-tank, let's actually get it, I've never gotten it. Accidentally went up. Let's see. We could take out the mets, or we could cheat. But I prefer cheating. I don't prefer cheating. That'll work. See? When you design the game well around your slide physics, that'll work as well. I know the slide is not perfect when you slide off of a block. That's not how it usually works, but it ends up working in this game because of the placements. So again, it doesn't matter. Is there a weapon that would actually, like, fuck up the big eye? That should definitely kill it in one hit. There's probably a weapon that kills it in one hit if I had to guess. Or there should be, let's put it that way. Did you not make a weapon that kills big eyes in one hit? That should be a thing. At least 2 hits, like in Mega Man 4, the Trill Bomb kills them in 2 hits. So, really, there should be a weapon that kills them. Yoku attack. That doesn't work either. So no weapon kills the big guy in 1 or 2 hits. That is ridiculous. I'm gonna use every weapon to see that if that's really the case. It would make sense that it's an explodey weapon that kills him in one hit. 1, 2, 3. Man, that sucks. Is there something that I didn't use yet? No, I tried them all. Yeah, big guy has to have a weakness. It's one of those things. Rush jet section, don't usually like him. So it does slow down just a little bit when you press right, but not enough, I don't think. I wonder if there's a way. Man, this should reach. I'm gonna position the enemy just a bit higher up so this yo-yo would hit him. But does this work? No, even this doesn't home, because it's... Oh man. So you have to have Yoku attack pretty much to kill him. Well, there's your prize for killing Yoku, man. And I... Oops. Fucked up the energy. Look at the cock and balls in the background. Nice touch. So many cock and balls. Not sure what those are meant to be, but I'm not sure I want to know. Shit! I do love this. It's slow enough for you to understand what's going on, and it's not too relentless. At least not in my opinion. It's hard to say because I played this game so much. Maybe that's a bit too hard, but I wouldn't know about that. I never felt like that was too hard. Let's put it that way. I do enjoy Wily 1 a lot. Except for the boss, but we'll get to that once we get there. Also, I like the weapon switch, works well. Oh, that was my bad. I was like, don't jump, and then I did jump. Brain, please. You can use Rush Jet here, which I always do. And which you probably should do, if you're sane. But it should be a bit easier to make that jump. That's ridiculously frame perfect timing to make that. It's a dumb risk if you do that, and these jumps... never was a fan, but you know about those already. Not a big fan of jumps like that. Also, you cannot fast switch weapons when you go through transitions, so that's one thing I really want to see in a Mega Man game. Sad that it's not possible here. I really would have loved that. So that's one major flaw I think this game has. It's really important to be able to do that, to preserve the flow of the game, especially if you're doing speedruns and such. So let's see how this one goes. There we go. I want to comment dash that, but it's so fun to do it. Guess we're not doing that, then someday I'll succeed. I've done it like once in the past. This section I like as well. First you're going up and then down on the left side. It's a hectic section. But again, the stage is a bit too long, but it's a Wily stage. I just like long levels. I don't know why, but I like my Mega Man levels long. So I'm probably the last person to ask about long levels, if they're unfair or not. So really, it's just my opinion. I like long stages. If the game is good, give me fucking long stages. If the game is bad, don't give me shit. We should probably fill our chat for the boss, although we do have weapon tanks. But the boss is my least favorite thing about this stage. Not because it's hard, but because it's not that well designed in my opinion. So here we go. Good old Rush from Mega Man 4. Oh shit. Oh! Nice, I love how the tippy-toeing still works like that on this game as well. Very good, very cool. You can do this without chat. At least with the C prototype, but let's see if we can do it with Mega Man. You should be able to. Yes, you can. You just jump down there, but let's use a little bit help here. We have rush jet, so why not use it? We have rush jet, so why not use it? I didn't even see what happened. Huh. This is one of those cases where I would not make the shield attacker touch the wall here. I would make it turn before. Just figure out how to align it so the shots don't nail you. This is extremely rough, this part. Oh shit. Oh my. Some of the jumps in this first stage here are almost like... It feels like they should be on the last Wily stage. They are so rough. Yeah, the problem is if you die here, you're gonna have a hard time getting past this. If you picked up the weapon energies for rush, so you better have W tanks. But it's good because it makes you think when to fill the weapon and when you don't wanna fill it if you are almost close to full. Because many other fan games, they give you the weapon energies back on the stage, which is not something you're supposed to do. That's part of the challenge. Leave some of these behind for you if you die. That's just how it works. And now we get to do this jump. Which I'm not a fan of, but at least there's good elevation to support the idea. We probably have enough energy already to use jet, but I'd rather preserve it. There we go. And here's our boss, and the problem with this boss is that, well, first of all, it's a fun Mega Dragon homage, but the problem is that I think the platforms are too narrow. They should be 2 blocks wide. I'm gonna show you. So these here, I think they should be 2 blocks wide, because when they're 1 block wide, it's so hard to stay on this ladder, and you just keep dropping down. Unless you know exactly how the fight works. If you have no idea, you will be fucked. You will game over on this boss. And you have barely any time to let go of the ladder when that happens. You really wanna stay at the bottom, so grabbing the ladder at the top is one of the worst mistakes you can do, and you'll learn that the hard way. So give the player a bit more mobility in this fight. I know you want the fight to take place in the ladders, but it just doesn't. I don't think it works out well. The problem is that when the platforms are so narrow, well, you got a bit of a problem. Because one hit and you're dead. There's no room to fuck up here. You just have to know how the fight works, you have to have fast enough reaction time, and if you fuck up even a little bit, you are dead. And the weakness is okay, because it's the jet missile and you can charge it, and it kinda homes on him, but it dings away from the sides. So it is very rough of a boss. For the first Wily boss, what a fight, and just 1 hit KO is a bit rough. You can kill him fast if you just want to hope for good RNG like this. Just hope that he doesn't electrocute the ladder you're on. That's how most people are gonna do this boss. Because, let's face it, it is a bit flawed. It's not perfect. That's my 2 cents anyway. It's way too frantic. It's it doesn't teach you almost at all, nor does it have to, if it's done well, but I don't think it's done that well, to be honest. It's just it's way too difficult, let's put it that way. There should not be a boss in Mega Man that kills you in 1 hit. Well then you could argue it doesn't kill you in 1 hit, you have mispositioned yourself. But it's so easy to misposition yourself when the platforms are 1 block wide. And that is the problem. So, to fix this fight, I would have given you at least like 2 platforms should have been 2 blocks wide. That's probably how I would have fixed this fight. So it's not as hard as it is now. Of course, now it looks easy when he's giving me a good pattern and he's not fucking me up. So if you always stay at the far right, you have more time to react. But when you're in the battle, not many people are gonna realize this, and they're gonna spend most of their time in the middle one. And that's gonna get you killed in most occasions. It's just a very rough boss. I would have made it a bit easier by altering the ground here. Just my 2 cents. Otherwise, it's not a bad boss. It looks very cool. Works brilliantly for what it is. But that's just how I would fix the fight a little bit. It's a bit too hard. Or at least change the weakness to something else, like the rainbow beam, to hit him easier. Alright. Good music as well. Look at the background. I think the yellow water plays pretty well with the blue foreground. It's pretty much the Snupster color here, but I'm not a fan of P. But it does look nice, if you ignore the fact that it could be P. And here you have to keep spanning your eyes up and down to see what's coming. Now here you probably would need to use chat to get past this. Not every spot where it looks like you need to use chat requires it, it just looks that way. So here is where Rush Coil actually works like it's supposed to. It's supposed to fling you up like that. Underwater, but in space it didn't work. So that's one thing to fix there, at least, if it's ever gonna receive another patch. This is a bit of a rough jump, but you can use Comet Dash to do it. So again, having the weapons on your side, and it was and because the transitions work well, you had time to see these spikes at the bottom, so you had time to avoid them. Otherwise that would have been a bullshit design, but once you build the game well around your levels and physics, it ends up working well. So that's one small thing that didn't used to happen. If you make a precise enough jump onto a platform underwater, you can see Mega Man gliding a bit on it. It doesn't prevent you from jumping again, nor does it create any ill effects that I can find, but it just looks funny. It's a quirk that doesn't necessarily need to be fixed, but just to let you know it's there. Same kind of jump that in Comet Woman, that one. And good that the ups and downs come up first before you even know that they're there, so it's not unfair. There we go. Not a lot to talk about in this stage, everything just works pretty well. It's fun to play. Again, I would make the ladders a bit more easier to see, but they are underwater, so of course they will look a bit dated. And moldy and rusty and all that stuff. So I think it's excusable here. Not gonna go for the life. And again, it looks like you can go to the right down there, but you can't. So just add a wall there. Those obvious spots where there's no need to trick the player like that. Alright. That's a ridiculous jump, but again, the jump physics are on your side, so it's not too bad. On games like Revenge of the Fallen, that jump would have killed me like 5 times, I can tell. So things that look bad aren't necessarily always bad. You have to remember that different games have different physics. So we can't just apply the same kind of critique to all of the games. We have to treat them as individuals. Otherwise, what's the point? All of this is not too bad. It's a bit of a taxing job at times, but the physics work on your side so well that it's not too bad. Really, the music is great here. I'm gonna take this. Again, here's where the glue shot would really come in handy, like this. But you can't use it near a wall, so... Can you even do this? Yes, you can, that's cool. We are gonna need more glue here, though. Yep, you have to be precise with it, otherwise you're kinda fucked. It's hard to see how to do it sometimes. See how the background changes if you're underwater or if you are out of it. See the little air bubbles coming out of the pipes. What a nice touch. So this room is a bit tricky to do with Z Prototype if you don't know all of his moves and how to do them. But here it's pretty easy with Tank Arsenal since we have the grenade on it. Those walls can also be destroyed by other means, but hey, we got this, so why use something else? It's the easiest one. There we go. Bit of a maze here. You would not know which way to go So if you went the wrong way, at least you got an E-tank. So it's not like a dead end and a fucking energy pellet. That would be bullshit. And you can go back and grab that if you want. This is a fun challenge here. I approve. So again, not much to say about this stage. Everything just works pretty well. This happened in, I think, Super Fighting Robot as well. I was just playing the game. It's what constantly happens with these good games. There's not much to critique about. There's no obvious mistakes or quirks that need to be discussed at all times. Like, look at this level design, it's amazing. And that was that stage. Not too long, as you can see. I think the first one was a bit longer. So, I only have one critique about this boss, and that's the time when it goes up. Again, it's gonna kill you the first time, there's no question about it. It should telegraph a bit better what it's gonna do. It doesn't tell you, okay, I'm gonna go up. It goes down and then it goes all the way up. You're not gonna know that. I'm not sure how to let the player know about it, but I'm sure there's a way. So, the first time I fought him, I had no idea that he was actually gonna go all the way up to the ceiling and crush me. It kinda looks like that if you think about it. Like, he has the same amount of width with the gate, so it's kinda like, yeah, why wouldn't he try and crush you? But when you're trying to battle him at the same time, it's not that obvious. Look at the tank arsenal as grenade. Oh, I was explaining. But look at the grenade react to the water physics. That's like attention to detail, and attention to detail in this game is what Phil went overboard with it. I mean in a good way. Attention to detail is very important in your game. I'm just testing different weapons. I know I'd usually use something like glue shot, but I just want to see how other weapons work. Look at the nail shield. I'd argue this is also pretty good. It doesn't deal a tons. It doesn't deal that much damage. But look at how you can just stand still and just take it. That also reacts to the water physics, that's fun to see. So I would somehow telegraph better when he's gonna crush you, but I'm not sure if there's any way to do that. But thankfully it's slow enough, so if there is any fix to make, I don't know how to fix it. Nor do you have to. The jump does get a bit ridiculous when you're trying to align yourself to the top. But it's not the end of the world, like I said, it's a good boss in my books. If you enjoyed and if you agreed on what I said, leave a like. Disagreed, leave a dislike. We'll come back next time.